Hey everybody, Zary back here. Uh, currently working on a video about mods. I just got some new video editing software, but before I do that, I want to get out a video. The mod video is taking me quite some time, and I got to put some stuff together for that. But what I kind of wanted to go over today, guys, was just I got a request on Discord to kind of go over some teams for the territory battles, kind of what we should be focusing on per shipments and things like that. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to go right into the territory battle screen here, and we're going to go over kind of the phases, and then we'll kind of go over shipments, what we can look for in there, kind of break down a couple of the teams. So the first phase currently, Immortals pounding it out of the park. We got to get everybody to do the special mission to get those extra currency for the guild. But in this one, the special mission is Phoenix Squadron. So we're going to go over Phoenix Squadron in a couple of these categories, but we're going to go over the best makeup for these figures, Phoenix Squadron. And in this particular area, it just requires 2-star Phoenix Squadrons. Pretty much everybody has that. It's not the end of the world. You can pretty much put in any Phoenix Squadron you have and take it out easily. Like, I forgot to put Hera as the lead, which we'll go over a little bit later, and I still beat it on auto, so it's not very hard. The combat mission here is just 2-star light side characters. Again, you can auto it. And again, no specialty, 2-star light side characters, you can auto that. Now as we go into phase 2, which we'll start in a little bit, it's broke up into 2 territories. In the top section, it requires Rebels, 3-star. So any Rebels that you have 3-star, and it also requires the Hoth Rebel Soldier, which we'll go over on what to do. My Hoth Rebel Soldier, okay. I'm currently farming. He's only found in 1 hard node. So every day I spend the 5 times that and farm him up just simply for the benefit of the guild. I recommend taking the Hoth Rebel Soldier to gear 8 or 9 and stopping. I don't foresee you really needing to go any higher, simply for when you fight those battles. What happens is, if he dies, it doesn't matter. As long as one person survives, you still get the full max bonus territory points. So take him to gear 8 or 9, preferably 9, and then you go from there. Alright, the second combat mission is just light side 3-star characters. Again, you can probably auto most of that. Then here we have a guild currency where you have Rogue One members. Okay, we're going to kind of go over the team composition for Rogue One once I get into the character section. Then the bottom combat mission is just light side 3-star. Again, you can put in any combination of 5 3-star light side characters you got and smoke it. Now when we move into section 3, top one is ships. Okay, focus on any ships you have. Pretty much any ship mission you can get through 3 with just 3 ships until the end. Then the middle section, we have a combat mission that requires 4-star light side, so put in your best 4 or whatever you want to do there. And then in this one we have Hoth Rebel Scout. Now, Hoth Rebel Scout is a good example of what I was just talking about. I have Hoth Rebel Scout at gear 9, mods on him, and he is completely maxed out for stars. Where you can find him is in Cantina Battle Store, which once we go over them, you will kind of see it. Where he is located, he is right down there. The 1, 2, 3, the 4th, all the way to the right. Easy, quick farm in there. He is also on two nodes. Two hard nodes, one dark side and one light side. So what I did is I used the Cantina store, and then we have to complete light and hard side battles for our dailies, so I use this character to cover both of those, which is just gets it out of the way, and I'm helping the guild out at the same time. But I won't be touching him any further. Then in the bottom mission we have just light side 4-star, and the one here that has Captain. This one requires Captain Han Solo and your Hoth Rebel Soldier, and it gets you the ever so coveted Rebel Officer Leia Organa shards. And in this video we have this special mission we have, again, is required for Captain Han Solo. Here's my Captain Han Solo. I have him at gear 10. I won't take him to gear 11 unless it's required for that last mission, which I'll get to, but as of right now, mine's gear 10. And you only need him 5 stars, so people are only getting him to 5 stars, gearing him to gear 8 or 9 and stopping, and that's fine. I'm going to completely max mine out. He can be found in the Cantina battles on 7D. And as I pointed out in the couple of last videos I did, simming him in 2s is a great tool. 90% of the time I always get at least 1 shard for him. And Sqauds Life pointed me out to that, so thank you Sqauds Life for that. Now we are moving on into Zone 4. Again, you got your ships up there, so you just do your ship thing, which I pointed out in my territory battles instruction video. Hoth Rebel Soldier is required here with Rebels. And, oh, you did that one already. Forgetting where I'm at here. So, ships. Here we have a specialty one, which requires Commander Luke Skywalker. Now, sadly, it's either you have Commander Luke Skywalker or you don't. If you have him, he's already 7-starred, so you don't need to worry about your requirement. Here is my Commander Luke, Gear 12, Zeta on Bind All Things, and I'm currently working on his Gear 12 pieces. He is devastating character, game-changing character. So everyone knows what to do with him. And then we have the Phoenix only 6-star or higher. Now I'm going to go over that, but in this mission I recommend you use Hera as your lead, Ezra is your damage dealer, Kanan, Zeb, and Chopper. And I'll go over why we do that when I go over the Phoenix team. Then down here on the bottom, we simply just have a combat mission for 6-star light side characters. Now in Tier 7, you have your ships. You have combat mission Rogue One only. And I'll go over that. My Rogue One team is severely lacking, but I'll go over that. And with the addition of the new changes they made to the phases, now when you go, and what they did, in case you didn't hear, is none of the Rogue One characters will be in your platoons. So it's not going to require a base in a platoon where it requires base in a combat mission. Next special mission, or next combat mission here, is Rebels. So you want to take in your best 5 Rebels and you go from there. Now down here in the bottom section, we have special missions, Captain Han Solo, and Rebel Officer Leia Organa, which we don't have unlocked yet. So we don't really know how that goes. No one really has her unlocked in at 7 stars yet, so there isn't even really YouTube videos, so I can't tell you what to do there until we see a couple YouTube videos. I'll post those in Discord. And then you just have your light side 7-star battle here. Now what I suggest is, if you end up getting a 7-star Captain Han Solo, he'd be very good for this mission, simply for the fact of... I don't even know if they'll let you use him in here, so I might have spoke too soon. Oh, there he is, but he's not 7-star. But he'd be very good for this mission, simply for the fact that he can revive people, he cleanses, but we'll kind of go over that in a little bit. So with the breakdown there, we are going to move to characters. Now, we mentioned the Phoenix Squadron. Now, Thrawn is coming back out, so you kind of want to shift your focus if you have the time or are able to. Remember, don't go away from your arena team if that's your priority. And Hera should always be your lead. The reason she should be your lead is because at max level 8, her leadership ability is that each active Phoenix ally grants their unique ability to other Phoenix allies. In addition, whenever a Phoenix ally uses a special ability, they gain 20% turn meter if Hera is active. This effect is doubled for Phoenix allies with less than full health. Now, in territory battles, the main thing is survivability. You want to have protection and health regeneration to the max, and damage really doesn't matter if you can survive and stay alive, because you'll eventually beat it, and it's just plugging away eventually. So with Hera as your lead, where we're sharing those uniques, I recommended that you want your team to be Hera, Ezra Bridger, who's going to be your main damage dealer, and his unique is called Pass Through, and what that does is he gains, and he's going to give everybody 10% offense at the end of his turn, and this effect stacks up to 40 times, and it is reset if Ezra is defeated. So Ezra will be giving everybody 40% more offense, and he is your main damage dealer for that team. Then Kanan. Alright, what Kanan can do is Kanan can deal... there's a couple things we need to know about Kanan. On his basic attack, he deals physical damage to the target enemy, and he inflicts offense down. Helps you survive. If this attack scores a critical hit, this effect can't be resisted. This ability gains 15% critical hit chance for each ally under full health. His Intervene. He deals physical damage to the target and taunts for 2 turns, then dispels all buffs on another target ally, so he can get rid of all those pesky debuffs. And he gains double tenacity when taunted, so he's your tank for your team. His special ability is he dispels all debuffs on himself and then grants himself and another target ally protection up 40% for 2 turns. Again, survivability. That's why you want him in this makeup of the team. And then his unique is Clear Mind. He has a 70% counter chance and recovers 25% health whenever he suffers a debuff. So that's what he's giving to the team. Counter chance and health regeneration. With those droids, when they sweep and they put all the but they put the little target on, like target lock symbol on you, everybody just gained 25% health. Survivability. The next character is Zeb. I really like playing with Zeb. I hope they get Zetas, because I really, really enjoy playing with Zeb. Okay. On Zeb, we're going to go over his abilities so you can see why he needs to be in this team. The first one is Bash. Deal physical damage to the target enemy and daze them for 2 turns. If that enemy is already dazed, staggered, or exposed, they are stunned for 1 turn. This attack deals 30% more damage to debuffed enemies. So he helps you by putting that daze effect on there. Staggering Sweep, deal physical damage to target enemy and stagger them for 1 turn. If the target has no debuffs, the attack deals 25% more damage and can't be resisted. Next one, Honor Guard. Zeb and target ally gain protection up, survivability, and both gain tenacity up, again, survivability, if they have no debuffs, and retribution for two turns if they do, so he'll give them higher counter chance. And his unique Shrug Off, Zeb has a bonus max protection equal to 40% of his max health and recovers 15% of his protection at the start of his turn. Protection, regeneration, survivability. That's why he should be in your team. And then Chopper. Chopper should be in your team. And some of you might say, well, Sabine's a damage dealer. Well, damage dealing doesn't matter if you're alive the whole time. Damage means absolutely nothing if you can't stay alive. If you're dead, damage doesn't make a difference. His first one at level 8 is Reckless Fling. He deals physical damage to a target enemy and grants a random Phoenix ally offense up, defense up, and speed up at random for 2 turns. And he has a 60% chance to also reduce that ally's cooldowns by 1. So he's making things happen quite frequently. And can bring your offense up, brings your damage up. Cantankerous Clanker. Chopper gains taunt for 1 turn. While he has the taunt buff, Chopper gains 30% evasion. Survivability. And this team gives you 2 tanks to take the heat off of your squishier characters like Hera. Because if Hera dies, all this goes to crap. His next one, his special, is Metal Menace. Dispel all buffs on target enemy. For each buff dispelled, all enemies lose 10% turn meter, and Chopper gains 25% protection. Droid targets are also stunned for 1 turn, so he takes out those droids. He can stun them, he can get them out of the way. He gets rid of buffs on somebody, so when they're throwing up those taunts and offense up and protection up, he can get rid of those while reducing turn meter. He's huge. And then his unique at ability 8. Alright, it's called Maintenance Protocols. At the start of his turn, Chopper recovers 15% of his max health. In addition, whenever he is damaged by an attack, he gains protection up, if he does not have protection up already. So he's regenerating your health as a team. Survivability. So that's the Phoenix Squadron with my recommended team for that later level. Oh, now the next one we're going to talk about, which is pretty basic, in my opinion, is your Rogue One team. Alright, there is no Rogue One tag, so they're under Rebels. Obviously, you want Jyn Erso to be your leader. She's the only one with really solid leadership ability. I have her maxed out. And what that does with the Zeta is Rebel allies recover 5% protection whenever they gain a buff. Survivability. Okay? You're going to put Baze Melbus in that squad. He's going to be your tank. Pretty self-explanatory. Every time you kill somebody and he regains that retribution and he regains his taunt, that's 10% 10% protection he regains every time. That's humongous. Obviously, Chiru Emwe is going to be on that team. Alright? He cleanses. He gives you tenacity up. Every time there's a critical hit, we get the health up. Again, all these little buffs that he's adding to your team is giving you protection back, giving you survivability. Okay? Then the next one. K2SO. He can taunt. He can take some heat off of Baze. He counters. Alright, he does a lot of things that will help your team survive. And again, he taunts. Every time he taunts, 5% protection. That's a lot he's going to be getting back. Alright, Cassian. This is where my team's severely lacking. I didn't focus on them very much. I'm starting to work on them now. But he can put mass. He throws his grenade, his shock grenade, and at level 8, inflict ability block, defense down, healing immunity, offense down, and speed down on random enemies for 2 turns. If the primary target is Empire, expose them for 2 turns. If K2SO present, he is called in to assist. Then gain 20% turn meter for each debuffed enemy. His character reminds me of the Resistance characters. He exposes, he gains his turn meter, and he goes. Vital to that squad. And then the other character you can put in, you have Jin, Chirrut, Baze, K2SO, and Cassian. That's your main. If you're lacking one, say you don't have a Baze Malbus up there, you can get Bodhi Rook. You can get Bodhi Rook. You can get Scarif Rebel Pathfinder. He could substitute for Baze. He's a taunter. If he dies, he gives you kind of like the old Ben syndrome. Gives you all that stuff. You could put Pow in there. Not highly recommended, but you could. But your main 5 you want to focus on there is your K2SO, Cassian Endor. Or you can put Biston in there too, if needed. But the main ones are K2SO, Cassian Endor, Baze Malbus, Chirrut with a Jin Zeta lead. That'll help you beat it every time. Obviously, I'm nowhere close to beating it. Wish I was, but I got to focus on them more. And I went over the Captain Han Solo. I went over the Rebel Scout and Rebel Soldier doing that, which are vital to your missions. So, and one thing I did find out, guys, that'll help you within to gain power for territory battles, and we normally don't have problems 3-starring the ships, but if we do, every time you add a star to a ship, it is a dramatic increase to your galactic power. Dramatic increase. And what that does is it's way more than adding a star to a character. I don't know why, but it could help us or help your guild 3-star those ships if need be every single time. Alright, so there's my tips for territory battles and your formations. A couple things I wanted to add to the territory battles. Once you get past territory battle phase 4, don't use your Jedi squad with a Qui-Gon Jinn lead. Don't use your clones. They don't have enough damage and they'll get attacked too much, and they're not regaining enough protection. And you're not killing them fast enough with your Jedi to get that retribution, or not retribution, the whatever he gives you, the foresight off. You're not maintaining it. But those are good squads. Those are good squads to use up till phase 4, so then you can deploy or put more into platoons. The recommended grouping, obviously you want your CLS leads. Your resistance is vital. And as you can see, my resistance kind of blows. Doesn't kind of, it blows. Alright, don't have people where I need them to be at all, but they are huge. And if you have BB-8, gear up BB-8 for that resistance squad. Even if you can only take him to 5 stars, he'll help you clear those at least till 5 stars. I'm hoping to get mine to 6 before the event ends, so I can at least use him to that 6-star phase. Alright, I can go over those more in depth. I don't know them very well, but if you guys want me to, I'll do my research on it. So if you guys got any questions, comments, please leave it down below. I hope this answers everybody's questions. If I forgot something and you want more in-depth explanation, let me know. If you guys want to see how the Phoenix Squadron works with that group, once I get up Chopper Once I get the next credit heist, I'm taking Chopper to 85. I can run a couple of simulation battles with that, so you guys can see it. You guys can see how it works. Like I said, if you guys got any questions, hit me up in Discord. Hope you guys liked the video. Till the next time, hopefully the mod run will be coming out. Keep cranking out and doing well, guys. Talk to you soon.